So you're a faithful keeper of the precept. You're an obedient one, a keeper of law, one that was told to go preach the gospel, the truth of this reality. You're a faithful reader. You believe in the scripture, wholly in your heart. You're faithful to Proverbs 3 and 5. You do not lean on your own understanding. 2 Timothy 2:15 has Christ testing the reader's faith. Matthew 21:42, who have kept the precept of the cornerstone. Well, this one is called born of woman precept, for it is the precept of all that is born of woman. 1 Timothy 2:13 going into 14. For Adam was formed first, then Eve. Adam was not deceived, but the woman, being deceived, was in the transgression. This is Genesis 3:17, speaking of the disorder of the household. For Adam hearkened to his wife, and there's where his curse came into being. 1 John 3 and 4, whoso committeth sin transgresseth the law. As you can see, Galatians 4 and 4, even though Christ was born of a woman, it is because he was born of a woman, he was made subject to the law, which was established in 1 Timothy 2:14. Adam was not deceived. The woman is the transgressor. So therefore, the born of the woman precept begins. This is Jeremiah chapter 16, verse 19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, my refuge in the day of affliction, the Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, and things where there is no profit. That's Matthew 23, 8 and 9, saying that there's only one Father that you can call upon earth. That's the law. Therefore, Matthew 12 and 50, saying that if you do the will of the Father, you will have brothers, sisters, and a mother. But he never mentioned Father because there's only one Father. 1 Corinthians 8 and 6, there's only one Father and the Lord, our Jesus Christ of the hour. This is Job chapter 14, verse 1. Man that is born of a woman is of a few days and full of trouble. Job 25:4. How then can man be justified with God? Or how can he be clean that is born of a woman? This is Matthew 11 and 11. Look at what Christ says about John the Baptist. Verily, I say to you, among them that are born of a woman, there hath not risen a greater than John the Baptist. Notwithstanding, he that is least in the kingdom of heaven is greater than he. Born of woman, greatest of all the prophets, John the Baptist. But in the kingdom, even the least is greater than he. This is Genesis 6. Look how it's written. And it came to pass, when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born to them, and that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them for wives of all which they chose. The Lord said, my spirit shall not always strive with man, for that he also is flesh. Yet his days shall be 120 years. Luke 20 and 35 going into 36, like Matthew 22 and 30, saying that there is no marriage in heaven. Why is it written like this? Perhaps because when we hear about male, we think biologically instead of spiritually, which is not the flesh. Once again, dominance can't be submission. Can it? Well, Genesis 3 and 17 implies that it can, as it is written, Adam hearkened to his wife, and there's where his curse was established. So it is written, man that is born of woman is cursed by the law, or made subject to it, which is the judgment. Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 25 going into 28. Speaking of the blessings and the curses. The blessings if you follow, the curses if you disobey. Job chapter 15, verse 14. What is man that he should be clean? And he which is born of a woman, that he should be righteous? This is Jeremiah chapter 20, verse 14 and 15. Cursed be the day wherein I was born. Let not the day wherein my mother bare me be blessed. Cursed be the man who brought tidings to my father, saying, a man-child is born unto thee, making him very glad. Look at Job chapter 3. If you could see here, it says, and Job opened his mouth and he cursed this day. Number 3, let the day perish wherein I was born, and the night in which it was said, there is a man-child conceived. Job chapter 3, verse 11. Why died I not from the womb? Why did not I give up the ghost when I came out of the belly? Jeremiah chapter 15, verse 10. Look, woe is me, my mother, that hast borne me, a man of strife and a man of contention, to the whole earth. I have neither lent on usury, nor men have lent to me on usury. Yet every one of them doth curse me. Job chapter 10, verse 18. Wherefore then hast thou brought me forth out of the womb? Oh, that I had given up the ghost, and yet no eye had seen me. Jeremiah 20 and 18. Wherefore came I forth out of the womb to see labor and sorrow. Genesis 3:16. That my days should be consumed with shame. Genesis 3:11. Psalms 51:5. Behold, I was shapen in iniquity, and in sin did my mother conceive me. John chapter 9, verse 34. They answered and said to him, thou wast altogether born in sins, and dost thou teach us? They cast him out. Luke 11:27 going into 28. Look what Christ said to the woman in the crowd. It came to pass as he spake these things, a certain woman of the company lifted up her voice and said to him, blessed is the womb that bare these, and the paps which thou hast sucked. And Christ responded, yeah, rather, blessed are they that hear the word of the Father and keep it. This is the dark sayings 1:14 in the Gospel of Thomas, where Christ was speaking about Mary and how he had to make her male so that she could be just like the angels in heaven, because it is written there is no marriage in heaven. Why is it written this way? Because of singularity. There is duality in the earth because of knowledge, but in the heavenly realm, if you do right, you'll live in singularity, meaning light without shadow, or light without the sting of heat. But these are different precepts. Right now, I like to stick to the born of the woman precept. The born of woman precept begins at Genesis 3:15 going into 16. The enmity between the beauty and the beast. And unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception and sorrow. Now thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee. This is not biology. This is not flesh. This is spirit.